Section 3 of the Book of Enoch, translated by Robert Henry Charles. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapters 12 through 19. Chapters 12 through 16. Dream, Vision of Enoch, his intercession for Azazel and the fallen angels, and his announcement to them of their first and final doom. Chapter 12.
Okay, if you see my first presentation, the first one, the first video of the Book of Enoch, this is chapter 2, right? Enoch is the red sun solar system, right? Enoch is the constellation. People be emailing me because they don't understand what a constellation is. A constellation is let's say a circle where it hosts a group of planets or a sun and planets. For example, we live in the 13th constellation, our yellow sun and 8 planets. This is the 19th constellation. Some stories will call it the 14th. It's the red sun. In ancient time, it had 4 planets. This is the bird that flies. If you know how when people look in the astronomers will look at the heavens and they say nothing ever changes, it does. Every millennium cycle, every 1,000 years, it changes. The red sun comes in and moves the planets a little bit. If she gets close, it depends on the magnetic pull frequency. For example, in one time she had 4 planets. Now, then another time when you read the book, she has 6. Now she has 7 because she took the planet Pluto. All right. For example, in 2014, when I was looking, they were saying, what happened to Pluto? We can't see anymore because she took the planet Pluto with her. All right. In one of her passages, she makes 15 passages. It takes her 6 months, 6 years, 6 months, 6 days, about 7 years, depending on her pools and everything, when she stays in our tree of life, all right? And when she comes into our Milky Way galaxy, then she disappears and you won't see her for another 1,000 years. She won't come back until the year 3010, all right? Then 4010, 5010. So these are the years of heaven, the constellation with suns. You see, for example, this is Draco. It has a sun. Any constellation, even Leo is a constellation. You see, and through ancient times, it has them with different names. All right. These are the angels of heavens, all right? Because a lot of people are asking me, they want to learn, they don't know what constellation is. It's because they've been brainwashed with religion. The religion is a lie that the fake world government gave you to keep you a slave. So, open the doors in your mind. You have a lot of doors that you have to open. And by opening those doors, you have to understand how nature works, how this body works, how the mind works. You have to figure it out. You can't let them. All right. And when you discover something, share it with everybody else. Like me, I figured this out. I'm sharing it with everybody. So these lies stop and these fake word organizations stop. All right. For example, when I've seen videos of serial killers, for example, a lot of people who are in prison and they get all religious. No fiction, no God is gonna save you. That's all a lie. You can, for example, you've seen old wars. Old wars is population control. You see? You understand that? You signing up for when you sign a military contract, it says balance. You're sacrificing yourself for the balance of nature. All war governments are one. They just give you the illusion. Okay, you fall into their trap. So you see, so for all you people who've been in prison, you're the warriors that we need to remove the fake world leaders, this fake system. We have to update it with truth. All right. No, never live in guilt. You're here to experience reality. All right. And that's it. It's just an experience. So there we go. Hell is the ice age. So never feel guilt in whatever you did in your life. It's an experience, and that's it. You have to deal with it. So the world at least know that. They know it. Once you discover this, they be gone. And you see what's going on now. And I've seen a lot more of this. Sorry, I'm getting off the subject, but I'm getting mad. Oh, everybody's, I'm waiting for Trump to be. Trump ain't gonna save you. He works for the same freaking corporate system. You have to remove him. That's what I'm saying. Let's vote no more government. We the people run everything. All right, and we have to make an example out of these people. They're getting paid. We should go like back in the day, hang them, make an example, like they did with those people who did with Saddam Hussein, how they hang. Now, to me, that's every president has a body double. not a clone, but somebody who looks like him. I learned that a long time ago, right? Because I've been taking a lot of pictures of Biden with his ear that look, yeah, that's his body double. You freaking people don't know this, so we have to stop listening to them. You need to start educating yourself, update the system for the people, not about these corporations trying to make money off of you, making money on fake. That's not gonna help you have an immune system. We go to transmutation in the ice age. Man, you people really need to study and start following this fake world system, the illusional world, the fake world. So let's keep moving on.
For these things Enoch was hidden, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden, and where he abode, and what had become of him. And his activities had to do with the watchers, and his days were with the holy ones.
See, the watchers are the stars, and especially the constellation with suns. Those are the watchers, all right? The watchers only can see you for 10,000 years. They can't see you in the 2,000 years of darkness. When we go to the mist, to the beginning, all right? And excuse my wife, she's talking real loud. I usually do these videos when they leave, but today they didn't want to go anywhere. So, okay, let's get started.
And I, Enoch, was blessing the Lord of Majesty and the King of the ages, and lo, the watchers called me, Enoch the scribe, and said to me, Enoch, thou scribe of righteousness, go, declare to the watchers of the heaven who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken unto themselves wives. Ye have wrought great destruction on the earth. And you shall have no peace nor forgiveness of sin, and inasmuch as they delight themselves in their children, the murder of their beloved ones shall they see.
Okay, now right here you see this is Enoch, the constellation that holds the group of planets in the sun. Enoch was hidden, you see. You look for Enoch every 1,000 years underneath the lion. This in the Egyptian temples and the Aztec and the India wheel, they tell you, okay? You see, this is what I'm saying. We have a fake war governments that have been lying to you. All those stories are astrological, all right? So every 1,000 years to the Leo constellation, you look for it. And she makes 15 passages. It takes her about 7 years, all right? And NASA has lied to you. The TRAPPIST 1E is the same thing. It's the 19th constellation resident solar system, right? So now you know. The washers are the constellation with suns. She exchanges energy like a bee. She panelates them. Now again, I'll put the name. Draco is the powers 1 through 4. Polaris is the minor. Right here's Polaris. Here's Draco. Here's Polaris. Okay, 5 through 8. This is the reasons for the Earth's seasons. Okay, it's the pull, how the Earth moves. The reason for the seasons. Orion has 2 suns. This is Orion. That constellation has 2 suns. 9 to 12, 13 to 16, right there. Then we got Doxar Sirius, right there. The power is 17 to 20. Then we got Passion, right there. The power is 21 to 24. Then we locate it in the middle, in the cross, between the 4 seasons. The brothers are darkness, the brothers are light, all right? 25 to 28, I call it hope. There's a lot of stories in the Bible, but it's talking about the 13th constellation. This is Solomon's temple. That's a Solomon. This is Enoch. This is Noah. This is Hannah. Many stories. This is Goliath. Then we have Enoch. I call it the 19th constellation resident solar system. I call it Destiny, but in this video I call it Enoch 66640D 29 to 32. 29 to 33, and when she makes these changes, Earth is 33 powers for 200 years. All right? Nuclear summer, nuclear winter. So we got the year 2017 to the year 2217 for the A suns to go back to sleep. There will be normal weather again in Earth. All right? That's the truth. This is what the government's not telling you. They're lying to you. They want to keep you a slave. They want to make money off of religion, billion-dollar corporation. You see the one world religion, so people, intelligent people like me say, oh, well, there's a lot of religion. They don't question anything. They're trying to brainwash the next generation. Generation among generation among generation. And since we're going to have a reset where 85% of the population is going to gone, they can see this as an opportunity to start everything over again. You see? And now you see what they did. Well, the military people, the ones who didn't want to take, you know what, they left and they got their puppets, the ones who love the lies, the ones who submit to them. You all should have quit. You can't listen to them. All right. So you see, there is good people and there's evil people, bad people. I'm between. I'm gonna take nobody's side. I'll do what has to be done. So there we go. So
over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity. But mercy and peace shall ye not attain. Chapter 13. And Enoch went and said, Azazel, thou shalt have no peace. A severe sentence has gone forth against thee to put thee in bonds. And thou shalt not have toleration nor request granted to thee, because of the unrighteousness which thou hast taught, and because of all the works of godlessness and unrighteousness and sin which thou hast shown to men. Then
you see, Azazel, you see, this is Enoch. You see, this is Enoch, the 19th constellation Renaissance solar system, right? This is Enoch. Enoch is talking to himself. Azazel. You know, like within yourself, you have that inner voice always talking to you. Same thing. You see? You see? And that's funny how the solar system comes in every millennium cycle and she exchanges energy with them. For example, Adam's rib. When you read the Lost Book of Inky, it's the same story. Anu swallow Alulu. This is Alulu. When you read the Sumerian tablets, Alulu is the red sun. This is a spacecraft. You see how they did it, the magicians? And Alulu, the red sun, swallows Anu manhood, exchanging energy. You see? David is the red sun. David is the red sun. And with his slingshot, defeat Goliath. You see? You see how the magicians, the writers, these mother effers are messing with your mind? Okay? So there we go. It's the same story. So just keep going.
And spoke to them all together, and they were all afraid, and fear and trembling seized them. And they besought me to draw up a petition for them, that they might find forgiveness, and to read their petition in the presence of the Lord of heaven. For from thenceforward they could not speak with him, nor lift up their eyes to heaven for shame of their sins, for which they had been condemned. Then I wrote out their petition, and the prayer in regard to their spirits and their deeds individually, and in regard to their request that they should have forgiveness and length of days. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan, in the land of Dan, to the south of the west of Hermon. I read their petition till I fell asleep. And behold, a dream came to me, and visions fell down upon me. And I saw visions of chastisement, and a voice came bidding me, I tell it to the sons of heaven, and reprimand them. And when I awaked, I came unto them, and they were all sitting gathered together, weeping in Abashjel, which is between Lebanon.
There we go. In between. You see? They're telling you.
Sennacer, with their faces covered. And I recounted before them all the visions which I had seen in sleep, and I began to speak the words of the righteousness, and to reprimand the heavenly watchers. Chapter 14. The book of the words of righteousness and of the reprimand of the eternal watchers, in accordance with the command of the Holy Great One in that vision. I saw in my sleep what I will now say with the tongue of flesh and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given to men to converse therewith and understand with the heart. As he has created and given to man the power of understanding the word of wisdom.
You see, you all have the power for understanding, but you're not understanding the word of wisdom. It's astrological. So right here, when you read the books, okay, this is the doorway, the gateway. Okay, now the rabbit hole, you see, that's the old one. That's the wrong one. The rabbit hole is the 2,000 years of darkness. All right, that's the rabbit hole. So you will see, here's more. The doorway, the gate. Okay, the abyss again is the 2,000 years of darkness, but you can't see it. When she leaves, she will disappear, so nobody knows where she goes. The stone, the cave. Okay, another one is the cave. Like, for example, the 7 caves or the 7 constellations with suns. For example, when you read another one, the Lost Book of Inky, Inky has hidden the 7 weapons of terror in the nearby cave. There you go, the nearby caves, you see? See? 7, you see? So let's keep going.
Hath he created me also, and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers, the children of heaven. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared thus, that your petition will not be granted unto you throughout all the days of eternity, and that judgment has been...
See, they're telling you all the days of eternity. They live forever. They always stay the same. They always look the same. They always look after the number. They always look at the age of 23. They will always look the same. They're always young. You see? And they go to sleep for 2,000 years, after 2,000 years of darkness. Everything becomes ice. Man, humanity. A guy who grew up in the ghetto. Okay, I grew up poor. I learned all this. I was raised in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico made me a fighter. All those people made me a warrior. I came over here. I started using my brain, knowledge, learning. All right? So these are the children of heaven. This is, you see, it's talking about this. If you don't understand this, you really have to work with your mind. Now, for you people who haven't watched this before, God, G7, the 7 constellation with suns, O, 15 passages of the Renaissance solar system, D4, the 4 seasons, the 4 elements. Let's keep moving on.
Passed upon you. Yea, your petition will not be granted unto you. And from henceforth you shall not ascend into heaven into all eternity. And in bonds of the earth the decree has gone forth to bind you for all the days of the world. And that previously you shall have seen the destruction of your beloved sons, and you shall have no pleasure in them, but they shall fall before you by the sword. And your petition on their behalf shall not be granted, nor yet on your own, even though you weep and pray and speak all the words contained in the writing which I have written. And the vision was shown to me thus. Behold, in the vision clouds invited me, and a mist summoned me. And the course of...
So they're talking about the 2,000 years of darkness, the cloud, the mist. All right, I hope you understand that. All right.
And the lightning sped and hastened me, and the winds in the vision caused me to fly and lifted me upward and bore me into heaven. And I went in till I drew nigh to a wall which is built of crystals and surrounded by tongues of...
You see the crystal, all right? The tongues of fire. You see right here, the large house which was built of crystal, tongues of fire. Now remember, this is the one below. There's a one above. Just keep going on.
And it began to affright me. And I went into the tongues of fire and drew nigh to a large house which was built of crystals. And the walls of the house were like a tessellated floor made of crystals, and its groundwork was of crystal. Its ceiling was like the path of the stars and the lightnings, and between them were fiery cherubim, and their heaven was clear as water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its portals blazed with fire. And I entered into that house, and it was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no delights of life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling got hold upon me. And as I quaked and trembled, I fell upon my face. And I beheld a vision, and lo, there was a second house greater than the...
You see? Greater, the second house. You see, it's talking about the 2,000 years of darkness, the ice age. You see? Remember, when she comes in our tree of life, there's light for 10,000 years. She comes in every 1,000 years. She makes changes. Now, she does annihilate the suns as well in that 2,000 years of darkness. It's that we can't see it. All right? It's just darkness. We can't see the sun. Okay? We can't see the stars, nothing. It's total darkness. The earth ice age, people live underground. All right? But then the sun comes out in the age of Pisces for 10,000 years. Remember, we in the 62 red sun apocalyptic cycle. The red sun annihilates the suns every 1,000 years. Earth is going through its purification. Nuclear summer, nuclear winter 2017 to the year 2217. Now your world leaders see this as an opportunity. A lot of you people ain't gonna make it. That's why they holding everything back, and because they know the destruction is coming. So a lot of people are gonna, you know what I mean? That's why all those FEMA camps or the FEMA coffins, everything, they're getting ready for it. And they're lying to you. All right? So, you know, if they tell you the truth, you know the people, you see how people react when they go to the grocery store. They fall for all those toilet papers. Humans are just really fucked up people. And when this day happens, they ain't gonna be food. Like in ancient time, what we did to survive, we ate each other. It's gonna happen again. All right. So you have to, only the strong will survive. That's all it is. Don't ever trust no one. All right. So this is the greater house. You see, as above, so below. Above wheel. Okay. I already talked about the 10,000 years of sunlight. As above, so below. The wheel within the wheel. You see, all these stories, it's just repeating itself over and over and over again. It's like a SOS. This is the same thing being repeated over. All these stories.
And the entire portal stood open before me, and it was built of flames of fire. And in every respect it so excelled in splendor and magnificence and extent that I cannot describe to you its splendor and its extent. And its floor was of fire, and above it were lightnings, and the path of the stars, and its ceiling also was flaming fire. And I looked and saw therein a lofty throne. Its appearance was as crystal, and the wheels thereof as the shining sun, and there was the vision of cherubim.
Same thing.
And from underneath the throne came streams of flaming fire, so that I could not look thereon. And the great glory sat thereon, and his raiment shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any snow.
See?
None of the angels could
Talking about the
enter
Milky Way
and
galaxy.
could behold his face by reason of the magnificence and glory. And
see, now the angels can't enter. Nobody can enter right there in the Milky Way galaxy, the center. All right. So there we go. Here's the yellow sun. Man, people, you really, for your religious people, you really can't see the truth. It's because you've been brainwashed. You under mind control. Your beliefs makes you a very incredible, stupid human. All right? I'm not just telling you the truth. By you believing on these fake world leaders, they created over the to control you, the slaves, you give them power. You have to stop it. You have to take your power back, your God power. You have to understand this knowledge. Never give your power away. There we go. Don't ever live in fear.
Flesh could behold him. The flaming fire was round about him, and a great fire stood before him, and none around could draw nigh him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him, yet he needed no counselor.
Here you go again. 10,000. The 10,000 years of sunlight. Come on, people.
And the most holy ones who were nigh to him did not leave by night, nor depart from him. And until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling. And the Lord called me with his own mouth, and said to me, Come hither, Enoch, and hear my word. And one of the holy ones came to me and waked me. And he made me rise up and approach the door, and I bowed my face downwards. Chapter 15. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither and hear my voice. And go say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for men, and not men for you. Wherefore have ye left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons? And though you were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women.
So you understand what I'm saying? You see, we're in the age of Aries right now. The year 2017 to the year 3017, all right? And it keeps moving like that. But in every age, these suns, there's the wheel above, and these files itself with the wheel below. It's the energy. We all part of the same energy. We all one with the universal consciousness. It's not, when people say, so if there's no creator, where are we? And I'm going to answer that question. In reality, the real self, who you are, is in a white room. Wait, nothing. I was in that white room when I had my near-death experience. When I had my near-death experience, I was in this white room. Nothing. It's all white, all around you. So I'm still in the same room. I'm still in that same room, imagining this illusion. By me experiencing this illusion, by me experiencing it, it what makes everything real. It's an illusion, a great illusion. It's just me experiencing it, learning it. I'm recording it, and remember, past, present, and future is all happening at the same time. All right, so it's just an illusion. An illusion in your when you go to sleep. My evidence is when you go to sleep, your brain creates an illusion. How can you understand, like in the Matrix? How you know the real world from the dream world when you go to sleep? How you know that that's not the real world? How you know? You don't know. Like me, when I go dream, when I figure out I'm a dream, I wake up. Like right now, I know I live in a dream world. This is not my real world. My real world is in the right room. So this is the world I can take control. But in that dream world, when I go to sleep, that's another, to me, I see it as another avatar, another Emilio living a different experience that I'm an observer. I'm supposed to observe, not change things. Let that light, that part of me grow in consciousness. And sometimes I do make changes because I fuck up, because, I have to learn just to watch and observe. But I don't. Sometimes when I realize I'm in a dream, I change it. So, here we go.
Begotten children with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you, for as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their...
You see? The spirit is the energy, you see? The evil spirits, you have the earth age at 3,000 years, the fire age at 3,000 years, the air age at 3,000 years, then the water age at 3,000 years. For example, the Spirit of God was moving in the face of the waters. In the void, vapors in the beginning, you see? There were darkness, nothing, you see? You can see anything. It's the spirit, the energy. Then in the third day, for example, God resurrected Jesus in the third day, you see? 1, 2, death. He resurrected Jesus in the third day, and let there be light. See? Again, that's all it is. Well, I almost forgot to mention, in my dreams as well, sometimes I participate, like right now, I'm here looking through my eyes. In my dreams, I look through my eyes, but I'm in the level now where I'm not part of that person. I'm like watching everything that's being played out. I can see everybody. I'm my higher self is looking at me right now. Now in my dreams, because I fucked up so many times, now I only can observe. I can't change things. That's weird, huh? So there we go. I forgot to mention that.
It's because they are born from men. And from the holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble.
So you guys understand what they're saying, right? So every time in this resonance cycles, when all this energy, for example, what does high carbon does? It makes everything big. That's why you see the worldly afraid, zero carbon. If you ever study the dinosaurs, because it was high carbon dioxide. Yo, I've been seeing a lot of Disney movies and lately. Have you guys ever watched the old movie H.G. Wells Food of the Gods? Okay, we all gods, we eat each other, but these rats and everything were big. I know it's an old movie, it's stupid, but I've seen movies where they show you the rats are real freaking big. Oh, King Arthur, there's a new one, yeah, a new Netflix movie where they're showing you for example, Graffiti sent me a video of this big freaking snake, okay? And they'd be showing, in this movie, show the snakes, they show the rats, they show everything big again. I'm telling you, people, that's what high carbon does. Makes everything big, the trees, everything big again. That's why the elite wants this to happen, because they don't want the world to be destroyed even more with the big creatures. 0 carbon. The lesser the people, the better it is.
Take no food, but
On these
nevertheless
red sun
hunger and
cycles.
thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. Chapter 16. From the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment, thus shall they destroy until the day of the consummation, the great judgment, in which the age shall be consummated, over the watchers and the godless, yea, shall be wholly consummated. And now, as to the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them, who had been aforetime in heaven, say to them, you have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you, and you knew worthless ones. And these, in the hardness of your hearts, you have made known to the women, and through these mysteries women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, you have no peace. Chapter 17.
You see, do we have peace? Why do we not have peace? Because people are living a lie. The people who follow the Quran, they believe in the Prophet Allah. That's a lie. Religious people, Christian, that's a lie. The Jews, everybody's lying to each other. You have no peace, and that's what they want, the elite. They don't want you knowing all this shit. If everybody knew this, oh man, that's why. And that's what they tell you in these books. Once you figure this out, me, no. I'd rather everybody know the truth. And that's it. And there we go.
Through 37. Enoch's journey through the earth and Sheol. Chapters 17 through 19. The first journey. Chapter 17. And they took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wished, they appeared as men. And they brought me to the place of darkness, and to a mountain, the point of whose summit reached to heaven. And I saw the places of the luminaries, and the treasuries of the stars, and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depths, where were a fiery bow, and arrows, and their quiver, and a fiery sword, and all the lightnings. And they took me to the living waters, and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. And I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows like water and discharges itself into the great sea towards the west. I saw the great rivers, and came to the great river, and to the great darkness, and went to the place where no...
So you know this is the 2,000 years of darkness, all right? But you see, the east and the west, all right? Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, these are the brothers of darkness. These are the brothers of light. Same thing as above, all right? So let's keep moving on.
Walks. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter, and the place whence all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the deep. Chapter 18. I saw the treasuries of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them the whole creation and the firm foundation of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds which bear the earth, and the firmament of the heaven. And I saw...
So here's the firmament of the heavens. Water, water, earth, fire, and air. The firmament, the four corners of the earth. The foundation of the earth. The four winds, the firmament of the heavens. You see? The four winds. Alright? As above, so below. Our yellow sun is located in the cross between the four seasons. These are the two pillars. Alright? There's many names explaining this. So, the pillar of cloud, the pillar of darkness. You see? Hopefully you read books. When I was growing up, when I went to church, and when I went to Bible class, nobody read only either the student whoever was the lead leader was reading it, but he was just reading it. They didn't ask what you think of me. When I said to them, yo, that's the same story as this. Oh, I mean, man, you're always saying. I always knew that these stories repeat themselves. But these people can't see it. They can't see it. I always knew. So, and I get mad when you tell these religious people, no, they don't want to listen. They don't want to study. They're just going through they're passing down their stupidity through generations. But you see, I've given you the truth with the knowledge. It's all the same story being repeated over and over and over again. That's the magic of writing. The only reason I know this is because I read a lot. I never stop reading. I read. I love stories. I always say to myself, as a little kid, I can't, when I die, I won't be able to take my money, all this possessions I have. The only thing I'm going to be able to take is whatever I read, whatever I study, my knowledge. That's the only thing I'll be able to take. That's why I always read, learn. I try to absorb everything I can. That's the only thing you're going to be able to take. Everything that you have learned. That's your reward. There we go.
How the winds stretched out the vaults of heaven, and had their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of the heaven. And I saw the winds of heaven, which turn and bring the circumference of the sun and all the stars to their setting. I saw the winds on the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of the heaven above.
The ends?
And I proceeded and saw a place which burns day and night, where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stones.
You see, here's the 7 mountains, the 7 constellations with suns. Those numbers always keep repeating. The 7 mountains, the 7 stones, the 7 angels, the 7 stars. Oh, everything that you hear 7 in the Bible is talking about this. Those stories repeat itself over and over and over again. And this is what the red sun does. She panelates them. All right? And she does the same thing here, but we can't see it. What was the name of that one song? Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, I wonder what you are. Up the sky, so whatever. And she gives her little spark to the one that is that can't see, wandering in the darkness. You see? I think I shared that video, that song. I made a song with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I share that with you guys. Just look for it. I might do an update on it. But yeah, it's the same thing. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Towards the east and 3 towards the south. And as for those towards the east, 1.
So you see what she said? 3 towards the east and 3 towards the south. So you got 1, 2, 3. Then we got 1, 2, 3. Now remember, Orion holds 2 suns. Okay, so there's 3. Now let me put it again.
Of colored stones are 7 mountains of magnificent stones.
Listen.
3 towards the east and 3 towards the south. And as for those towards the east, 1 was of colored stone, and 1 of pearl, and 1 of jacinth, and those towards the south of red stone. But the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God of alabaster, and the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a flaming fire, and beyond these mountains is a region, the end of the great earth. There the heavens were completed. And I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire, and among them I saw columns of fire fall, which were beyond measure alike, towards the height and towards the depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water upon it, and no birds, but it was a waste and horrible place. I saw there 7 stars like great burning mountains, and to me, when I inquired regarding them, the angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of heaven. And the stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in the beginning of their rising, because they did not come forth at their appointed times. And he was wroth with them, and bound them till the time when their guilt should be consummated, even for 10,000 years.
There you go again, you see? We will have 10,000 years, then you go back. It's a cycle, it repeats itself over and over again. So we're lucky we don't live here. We're lucky we live here. But these world leaders, they really screwing with your mind. They gave you a fake education, a fake religions. So,
Chapter 19. And Uriel said to me, Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women, and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind.
you see, we take many different forms. In the 2,000 years of darkness, for example, we did not evolve from apes. I get mad when whoever created that bullshit. Our ancestors were titans, then giants. We keep going to transmutation in the Ice Age. Our ancestors had elongated skulls. They were like, what, let's say 18 foot tall, elongated skulls, all right? And through the Ice Age, we become a different species, smaller species. You see the people walking with us right now, the midgets. We're going to be gone. They're going to be, like right now, you see them with us. So they're going to be the last one. Then in the Kalistic condition, everything repeats again. Or it'll be an NRR civilization. We will leave our technology buried underground. Then the next species that will have some type of intelligence, they will discover our technology, they will reverse engineer everything, just like our government is doing. Whoever they are, the secret, whoever. They discover this technology and they reverse engineer everything. So, something's, for example, when you read that one guy from who he touched a UFO, and that UFO was from the year 81,000. You see, galaxy collision happens every 84,000 years. So something's going to happen. I don't know why. They want to do something. Those people in the future. It says advanced exploration of humanity for planetary investments. What they want to do in the year 81,000. Just say goodbye to the human race. Let the new race rise. I'm not sure what they're trying to do in the future.
Lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods.
Okay. Probably are not the humans, probably are the AIs. So I don't know. Remember, when you watch the TV series Lucky, there's humans that don't know that they are robots. So they don't know. So you know what I mean? They're not crazy. So
Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. And the women also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens. And I, Enoch, alone saw the vision, the ends of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen. End of section 3, read by C.J. Ploak.
there we go. That's the last. That's it. I hope I explained a lot to you guys. I hope you understand what's going on here. So let me move this down to my height. Let me bring, where's the move this to my face. There you go. Let me turn that up. So I hope you guys understand what's going on. We all being played, people, and you people love it. I'm telling you. Understand how nature works. Only those who know how to do farming, how to keep everything clean, how to harvest. If you never, oh my God, now's the time to get it. Use that Second Amendment. When civilization fall, these world elite are going to try to take control again. You can't let them take control. We the people have to build our society, understanding these things, and not let these people rule again for another 1,000 years. Be brainwashing people with lies, with religious lies and stuff like that. We cannot let that happen again. We can't. So let me read the comments here. Raul Reese, do you think we naturally have the knowledge in our mind? Yeah, we all do. The more and more you study, the more you will open the doors in your mind. You can unlock everything. You know, for example, I never knew how to draw, so I always practice and I opened that door. But I gave it up because there's a lot of competition out there. I always wanted to be a comic book artist. Then, you know, first thing I did was kickboxing, karate, and boxing. I learned all that stuff. Then it was skateboarding. I learned all that stuff. Then rollerblading. Then I learned boxing, all those stuff. Then I did house. Then I'm doing, you learn all those things as you go. And then I learned all this because I read. So whatever it is that you want to discover, you just focus on it, and you can open those doors, and you will figure it out. So I feel like some people figure out the knowledge through dying, near-death experience. Teach them a lot. Yep. Okay. Graffiti. Yeah, they say 7 is God's favorite number, and that perfect number. 7 narration, 7 constellation with sons. The beast. Yeah, everything is 7. It's all about the same thing. The 7 constellations. Now in the movie Star Trek Generations is a new one. They show you the 7 in that map. They got it, and they show you about. I think I shared that video. So they share it in there. And that was cool when I was looking at it. I was like, oh, look, the 7 constellation with suns. They gave you the Milky Way galaxy, and they gave you those points, the 7. So I was like, I always wonder where they were at and everything. So Sumerians, we, the awakened ones, are the chosen ones. Yeah, if you understand this knowledge, if you understand how it works and everything, you tell people, yeah. You know what I mean? Awaken means you understand the knowledge. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. Anybody else has any questions out there? Who wants to ask it now? So yeah, man, I'm glad my kids are all grown up. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad for those young kids. You know, how they're gonna suffer, how they have to reprogram their mind. For example, in the Ice Age, how people ate other people, and you see how that his part of history was deleted. It was like deleted from us. We never knew. If that's fucked up, man. That the elite people who controls your mind, they hid all that stuff. It's all there to all to see, but it's kind of fucked up where they erase everybody's memories about it. It's fucked up, man. Now, when you talk to a Native American Indians, they knew about this, and people look at them as they were crazy. So they knew that in the hard times we ate each other. I listened to them in their stories. They know about the astrological knowledge. They know all this stuff, but I'm not sure if they know about the Ice Age cycle. I don't know if they know about that, but I know they know about the red sun cycles. Graffiti. I always wonder what they did to the Native Indians and Aboriginals of silent. Yeah, they silent them. You know how when they came over here and they invaded, and I guess a lot of these old Indians knew, and they put them in mental homes, mental asylums. And I heard Native American Indians said that when they send their grandparents back from these mental homes, they were missing their brains. So they took their brains out, and it was in a body without their. It's like, what? So it's really weird. Like, I'm telling you, people, man, the people who rule the world, they bad people. You know, we have good people and we're bad people. They're not in between. That's all they want, money. They've been brainwashed. I don't even think they know the knowledge. There's a puppet master controlling all of them, okay? There's a puppet master controlling Bill Gates, controlling all the presidents, all the world leaders in the planet, all the popes and everything. For example, you know, the pope that everybody's watching, the pope, whatever his name is, there's a pope in black that's higher than him. I just read that not that long ago. But he takes order for somebody else. So, I'm just telling you, people. Once we remove all these people, then we have to remove the one on top of the pyramid, whoever he is. But we have to understand these cycles. We have to learn everything. So, they control your minds. They control the generation's minds. And it's wrong. Humans can't use their brains. And they don't want to listen. That's the thing. like I saw this one person email me, a separate email, and said to me, "Oh, those videos you make, you only have like 3 or 4 people watching you." I said, "Yeah, those are the people who understand everything. Most of you people can't because you too brain dead, and I will never stop. Even if I have only one person in my page listening, I'll be happy. That makes me content because I know that humans just love the stupidity. They don't love truth. So as long as I open one mind, I'll be fine." Graffiti, teaching people the cycles is tough. It's tough. Even occults can't see it. Yeah, that's true. They can't see it because they're so brainwashed. They love the lies of the world. And I'm glad Graffiti knows because he can see it. I just saw his video on his page, and about Madonna, he put a lot of more information that I never seen. I just saw in that video of Madonna, it's a circle, a red circle, and it looks like they have a crescent moon in it too. A crescent moon. It looks like a face, but it looks like it has the crescent moon too, like the 2,000 years of darkness. So it's like, but you see, Graffiti, he knows. So, and I'm glad that he knows, he sees things, because if it wasn't because of him, I would thought, man, am I really crazy and I'm the only one? But because of him, he's sending me stuff that I know, and Andrea Bahamas, he knows too, so it makes me think, yo, I'm not the only one. He can see, so especially when Andrea Bahamas sent me the ones with the Native American Indians, the 33, and I said, you see, these people can see it. So it's not. I'm glad that I know that I'm not crazy. If Graffiti can see it and Andrea Bahamas, everybody else should be able to see the truth. Instead, they don't make an effort to unlock their minds, their full potential. Imagine us really finding our pure potential. And what can we do? I don't know, man. So, but I'm glad. Just get ready, people. The big one is coming. They know it. If it's this year, I don't know. The volcano in La Palmas, it looks very serious. I think they really, even though at least they see that island as an opportunity. Let's say our real timeline was supposed to be the asteroid that come to Earth and wiped out all that. You know how bad that would have been. They probably destroy the asteroid, all right? And they probably want to correct the timeline. So they have to create something similar to wipe out everybody. So that's what they're doing. They want to, how you seen the movie, TV series, Lucky? How they have to correct the timeline because they open a lot of branches. And the only way they can do it is by removing those people who cause it. You know what I mean? Probably that's what they're trying to do, correct the timeline. Because they saved the Earth. Probably that's what I'm saying. Probably the Earth's destruction was supposed to be an asteroid. But they changed it. They destroyed it. They cached it because, AI can communicate through the past. They probably have that technology where they know what events is going to happen. But all those people who they have to get rid of them, the ones who, you know what I mean, to correct the timeline. Graffiti, Australians, Aboriginals, I can't pronounce that. Can see it too. I've seen a few of their paintings, but they're scared to talk. Oh. Now remember, their ancestors probably knew it, but they were brainwashed and they never. For example, if I have a daughter and I raised, for example, I have my daughter, I taught her everything, but probably because she didn't want to learn it, she looked at me. You know what I mean? That could have happened. You know what I mean? Where you were raised and they never. For example, the Princess of China, she was never told. Let's use her as an example. She was never told. The secret was kept from her. From his own father. Probably he passed the knowledge to his son, because you know how those Chinese people are. They just want the son to pass the knowledge. Then they pass it to her daughter. They let her daughter live a normal life like everybody else, but they passed the knowledge to their son. You see? So yeah. They have this knowledge well hidden. So I'm just glad that I have a free mind. You know, that's all. I have free will. I can do whatever I want. So never get consent. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed this video. Be safe, people. Enjoy whatever time we have left. All right. The earth natural disasters are coming soon. I can, you know, I can sense it. Something is coming. You know what I mean? I can see it happening. You can see everything going on, what they're doing. You can see they have all the boats, you know, in their docks. Then they got everything hold back. Okay. So I'm going, is it because of Biden doing all these things? Why are they doing this? You have to think outside the box. You can't think like them. Like, is it gonna happen this year or when is it? They know when. The higher ups, they know. So we have to just figure out what it is. So let's see. So man. Oh, and I saw a military video. Yes, the audio, where it says somebody in the military is getting ready to. It was confusing because it made me think they were supposed to eliminate 80 million people. Then it said, "Oh, rescue 80 million people." All right, and I was hearing that. They said, I guess they were talking about, you know, the coastlines, Florida to all those people, man. You know, they're supposed to be evacuating all that stuff right now. If they're, that's what I'm saying. It's not about saving humanity. It's about population control. They're supposed to be evacuating all those people in Florida, all those people in the islands. They're supposed to be rescuing all those people, making. It's not about saving your people. I'm telling you, you can't feed 80 billion people. It's all about. I'm telling you, it's coming. So have a strong mind. Know what to do in a situation. We have good people and bad people. Now the good people, you know, you might think a religious person is a good person, but they have mental illness. They're not really good people because they're gonna pass their disease through generations, their mind disease, their way of thinking. Then you got bad people who just love money, the corruption and everything. You have to learn how to be balanced, do what is good for the whole population. Okay? Yeah, and for future generation, you have to be in between. So just remember, and no matter, don't think about your job. Okay, because none of us are gonna have a job pretty soon. It's gonna be pretty soon. That's why I tell people. People say, "Oh, I need to take that whatever because I need a job and to support my family." Yo, you ain't gonna have a job. But they're lying to you. They know what's coming. You ain't gonna have a job. Don't get that shit. They'll be getting the first, the second, the third, the fourth. That's all BS. You know what I'm talking about, right? The pointy thing. They'll be getting it. All right, that's all I lie. So we ain't gonna have a job. For those who survive these disasters, our job is gonna to rebuild civilization and clean up all those bodies and everything. So laying around, if you survive what's coming. So remember, I told you guys by 2025. Yep, I'm making videos on packing food into nylon bags and edible plants that people don't know as well. Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna miss is seasoning because I like to season my meat. So, you know what I mean? Then if it gets worse to worse, then I have to learn how to hunt. I have to go back like the old days, bro. You know? I don't want to mention it here because I might delete the video, but we have to learn how to, like the ancient times, for the people there in the Ice Age. If shit goes to shit, we have to do it. So, you know, that's a good thing. When I was in Puerto Rico, I learned how to hunt, eat bunnies, pigs. I know how to a pig and everything. I think a human probably is the same way. I don't know. So, so I never read about it. So, you know, I don't even want to think like that. I know it's wrong, but hopefully the word elites, they won't let it go out of that hand with people harvest each other. I hope they got food ready and, you know, help those people who survive and clean up and do vegetation again. I hope they have everything figured out in that way. But when I look at the news and the stupid governments and everything, these people are embarrassing. They, you know, they don't look intelligent people. They look like very stupid people. It's like, I live in a world of stupid people. It's like, yo, when this disaster happens, we in the wrong hands. These people just don't give a shit, bro. I don't see intelligence, man. Imagine 85% of the population all gone, and these world leaders all worldwide. I don't see intelligence. I see them as being greedy, mother effers, and I don't see no intelligence. I don't see. They got rid of here in the United States all those people. Then took their, you know what? They left. Who who's gonna help people? Who's gonna be? Oh man, I don't see intelligent people. They be poison to thought. They've been poisoned. Yeah, all those people who took it, they've been poisoned. Their bodies are not no good. We have to check if their documents to see if they got the point. Yeah, that's another thing. Let's say all those people who took the number 1 or 4, and let's say this destruction happens. How do I know to me to survive when there's no food or nothing? We have to. How do I know I'm eating a person who's already contaminated the blood and everything? That's another thing, bro. Oh, can I see your vaccination card? For why? Because I want to do something to you before I want to make sure you're clean. I have to look, you know, I don't want to be, you know, consuming somebody who took that crap. Damn it, man. It was messed up, bro. So I don't know. So you have to be extra safe and not apocalyptic. And that's a thing for you religious people. The mark of the beast is the seven constellation with suns. When the 7 constellation with suns are reborn, our DNA has been changed. New 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. We all been marked since we've been born. It's just when nature changed, we changed. A lot of religious people don't know that. They think by taking that, yeah, it's the mark of the beast. What a bunch of idiots. Rivalries, the elite don't even know the game they are playing. The galaxy out there control. Yeah, they don't know. They understand to prepare for it, but the way they doing this, man, is wrong, bro. I'm telling you, rivalries, it's wrong what they're doing. I don't see no order. I see, when I look at the word elite, they're creating chaos. I don't see, they're trying to create a world of chaos. That's what I see with this stupid. That's what I tell people. We never should have had a president. Everything should be run by the people, for the better of the people, to better ourselves. Not like this. And these people can't think. So they know there's a great reset, a chance to start over. They know it. How they're gonna have a chance to start over? Because most of the people are gonna be gone. they're gonna be gone. And keep in mind, if this shit happens, it's destruction. Let's say, for example, La Palma has a landslide into the ocean, creates a tsunami, all right? That tsunami will hit further out of those. It will shake the United States. Then here comes California. That will break apart. The United States will become 2 continents right there, okay? Yo, man, I'm telling you, bro. There's gonna be an 8-hour window. Who are they gonna really rescue? They're gonna rescue the billionaires. Okay, it happened. They're gonna call those billionaires through their phones and everything. They're gonna rescue all of them while we stay above ground and we have to go through the BS. So all those billionaires, all those mother effers, those are the ones that are gonna be rescued. All those people who understand probably have to rebuild, intelligent doctors, scientists, all those. So we, the regulars, say we ain't gonna be, they're just gonna leave us. And everything that I share with you guys, all this knowledge, it's gonna be flushed down the drain. You know what I mean? Unless I survive, and you know what I mean? So let's see what happens. Let's see how bad we're gonna get it. Let's see. So, but hopefully technology is still around, all that stuff, and it can help us. So I think technology will still be around. But now remember, the power will go away, no electricity. This is the thing I'm worried about, electricity. I don't have solar panels, and gas would be hard to find. I have an electrical thing, but I need to get, I should probably order a solar panel thing for cooking, hopefully to run the washer and the fridge. I need to get a big solar panel thing. So that's about it. And I need to build my greenhouse, a real nice strong one. So now hopefully I have to 2025, but when I look at everything going on, it makes me go, man, I hope nothing happens this year. I hope I still have a little bit more time in there. Graffiti. Mr. Thessalonia shows how to build cheap power that use water. Running water, yeah, through a river and stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos like that. And I have to figure out how to do. Yeah, I've seen a video too where a guy creates with the water. You have 2 buckets in the water, then you can create your own energy like that. I'm not sure how much you need to run a refrigerator or washing machine, how much energy that pulls. So I don't know. I think the best thing is a solar panel. So, well, we have to go the old ways, washing everything by hands, using fire. So, the red flower fire. So, that's the only thing I can think of. It's gonna be hard for I think it's gonna be hard for up to the way we live now, our generation. I would think back in the day it would have took years. I think it probably would take us probably 1 year. But remember, earthquakes and all that stuff is gonna happen. Let's say we finish rebuilding something, earthquake can happen again, and there you go. Then we have to just keep going and going and going. Never lose hope, just keep pushing. That's the way I would, if I was the ruler of the world, I would tell the truth and say if something gets destroyed, just rebuild it. If it gets destroyed again, just keep rebuilding. And it says it's just gonna be like that for the next 200 years. It's just gonna be bad, everything. So we're gonna do the best that we can to help everybody. That's the way it should be. That's what I'm saying. This game that they're playing, they should have never played this game. Manipulating with the people's mind. They should have never done that. You know, it's messed up what they're doing, playing with the universal consciousness like that. These people. So, but still, I see it as them. Because remember when I was doing this video, nobody watched my page or nothing. Ever since they started doing this, I have a lot of people. So I see it as people are waking up more as well. And people are like, you know, I can see a lot of people snapping out of the delusional realm ever since the government's been doing this. But they keep pushing it. It looks like they want their lies to happen. So we can't let them happen. This happen. Graffiti. Even our old word concrete makes is superior. Elite don't want cities that can handle disaster. Yeah, the old ways. That's true. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I have to get going. So I have to go work tomorrow. Can't wait. When I don't have to go work no more. I'd rather be in that big distraction trying to survive than going to work and wasting my life away like this. So I can't wait for it. It's freedom. This is the way I see it. When this distraction happens, I go, I'm free. I can really be one with nature now. Okay. That's the way I see it. But until next time, bye bye everybody.